I hope your day is full of meatballs and baked ziti and calzones and pizza and garlic bread and stuffed shells. You gotta have stuffed shells. And what other Italian foods are there? I don't know, fettuccine alfredo. Some days you just need to say fuck it and get some fettuccine alfredo. And that's the vibe I'm in today. Guys, it's Wednesday. We have an amazing episode of Shank for you this week with the one, the only Chelsea Skidmore. But before we get into this week's episode of Shank, I just want to tell you about something that excites me, and that's oh yeah, socks. Oh yeah, look down at your feet right now. Are you wearing socks? If you're not wearing socks, it's time to get a pair of socks. Treat yourself to new socks. They make amazing gifts. Oh yeah, Socks is a sponsor of this podcast, and they have an amazing selection of socks. They collaborate with different unique artists to bring really cool designs. They got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure socks, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood socks. I'm currently wearing these cool alien socks. They're really cute. One's black, one's white. They got alien faces on them. Guys, support the podcast. Head to ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's. YEAH.com, discount code Sara10 for 10% off. Guys, new episode of this podcast comes here every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all of the places. Make sure to give Chelsea some love. This is a really fun episode. I think you guys are going to love it. And to check out more show dates, give me a follow at Princess Shank, Instagram and Twitter. Also, make sure to check out my new podcast with Kimberly Congdon called This Bitch. This week's episode is with Joey Diaz. So check that episode out if you haven't. And let's get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Chelsea Skidmore, guys. Here it is.
I could have had a prosthetic stuff.
We've got a strip club in the Metaverse. And we are live.
Hi.
Hi, with the one, the only Chelsea Skidmore, everybody. Can't wait to so excited to have you back on the pod.
God, I love to be here. And I do understand now why this is the fighting chair, because you have to hold the stand in that chair.
You gotta hold it. Everyone seems to feel as though they look better from this angle.
I thought that was the case until I just moved seats and realized I'm not going to like the way I look at all. Again, guys, I'm pregnant.
When do you do?
April 1st.
She's got an April Fool's
I know.
Baby, okay. And
we don't.
Aries.
Yeah, only people in LA are like, oh my God, Aries. Like no one else has remarked on the Aries thing outside of LA. So funny. But everyone in LA is like Aries, like immediately.
Aries.
That's so funny how everyone really knows. Do you really know like every zodiac month?
No, I don't, but I'm an Aries.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it couldn't get better than this.
Yeah. I want to apologize to Sarah's listeners, those with what's the term? Misymphomia.
What?
I'm breathing a lot.
Cancer?
No. What's the one when people don't like hearing like people chewing on a podcast or like sipping? It's like misymphomia or something.
Uptight assholes.
Yeah. So when you went to the bathroom and I was just sitting by myself, I heard myself breathing on the microphone and I was like, oh, like, do you hear that? Like I don't wear headphones on my podcast.
So you don't hear it.
So no.
Well,
I'm self-conscious about my breathing right now because I'm in that like shortness of breath, like
phase right now.
I'm not short of breath right now, but the breathing is different, and I'm like constantly like, I guess my breathing is heavier, so I'm embarrassed, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Shank listener.
Don't be embarrassed. She's pregnant, honey. Breathe as loud as you want.
Thank you.
I was going to. Okay, so I thought you've never eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Not once.
And why?
It's disgusting. I was never raised like that. Were
you raised in America?
Okay, you know what's so funny?
I was never raised like that.
Is that okay? So for my school lunches, like I got pastina in a thermos. My mom never gave me a sandwich growing up.
That okay, and what I wanted to do was to surprise you with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and make you do it on camera. But then I started doubting it because I'm like, she's pregnant. Can you force feed a pregnant lady a peanut butter and jelly? But I'm like, how is she gonna be a mom and she's never had a peanut butter and jelly?
I know everyone loves it, and I would have taken the bite on camera, I think, for the effect,
Fuck.
but it's fine. Like,
Because like
I don't want it
I don't
though.
want to force it on you, but I think
You know what I would love?
what?
Like, I haven't tried this, but I would totally try it. Is like the Nutter Flutter, or what is it? Like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
fluffer
yeah.
with the
Fluffer nutter.
like peanut butter with the fluff, with marshmallow fluff. Like, I'd fuck with that sandwich.
The fluffer nuffer sounds like something like a job that someone on a porn does.
Can we get the fluffer nuffer over here?
Yeah, yeah. Like, what?
That's so funny.
We're gonna need more fluffer nutter. What?
That's so true.
That's what it's called, right?
We gotta fluff the nutter. That's great.
Fluffer nutter.
At like 2 a.m. I woke up and Steven was already awake on his phone TikToking. And I was like, remember Cool Whip? He was like, yeah. I was like, I love Cool Whip. We need Cool Whip. And he was like, yeah, get some. That just made me think of it because of the fluffer nutter.
Because Cool Whip is bizarre. If you revisit it recently,
Does it still exist? Oh, you have?
I have.
What?
I had Cool Whip within the last 3 years. I don't even remember where, but I know that I had it, and I was like, wow, it still slaps. Cool Whip
Slaps means good.
slaps.
Are you saying that now?
I just said it to be funny.
Okay.
I just wanted to see how your reaction says it all. I'm a cool mom. I say slaps, and I don't have a baby.
Is that a new term though? Slaps. I know that people. I know of it.
Just trying to utilize the terminology to stay relevant to the Zoomers.
How do we feel about stuff being on wood? Do you prefer it on this table?
You could put that there. You could put that there. You know,
I don't have to move the thing over time.
the world's your oyster.
Well, I like to be conscious about wood material surface when placing beverages down. I don't want it to be my first time here at the house and I've already caused a ring on a table. That's unforgivable.
I'd be like, I don't know how that ring got there. That's so weird. Definitely not my friend.
But I don't like coasters.
You don't?
Like people who have stacks of coasters on their coffee table. If you see one, you're like, fuck, I have to use this.
Oh, when you leave, you're just gonna go past the coffee table. There's like 7 coasters.
No, but you know what I mean?
There.
You're like, oh, do you want me to use this? Like there's always like that, like
It's like seeing a coaster. When you see a coaster, you're like, okay, I want to respect what you have going on here. And also, like, when you enter someone's house and you see the shoes off, you're like, oh, fuck, it's one of these situations.
Yeah.
Because you're like, but then also, like, if someone comes to your house and they take off their shoes, do you feel relieved?
I'm like, no, you can leave those on.
I'm like, I don't need to see that. Oh.
Yeah, people are like, oh, do you want me to take my shoes off at your if we just vacuumed and like mopped the floor and it was a friend I trusted, I'd be like, yeah, you can be barefoot. But
It gotta be a friend that you trust.
there has to be a trust and an alliance in the previous relationship, because I don't want a stranger taking their shoes off, because I can't expect one of my girlfriends, hot girl, she would always take her shoes off at my place. She had the grossest socks. She would wear like dirty peds, and you better not use this for your fucking clip.
Okay.
You can't. And
Okay.
we gotta bury this. We gotta bury this part in the episode.
Okay, we'll bury it.
She would wear like nude peds, which are fine, but they'd be like dirty. Like they needed to be replaced, and they smelled so bad. Her feet smelled so bad.
No.
And she would just have these like dirty, flesh-colored, smelly
I
feet.
can't think of anything worse than what you're saying, especially because of the flesh color.
The flesh color was gross.
Ugh.
Ugh. And she had like big sneakers.
Nah.
You know, like big white like nurse sneakers.
It's like orthopedic sneakers.
Like pretty much. Like
with like a flesh colored dirty
like
sock
dirty
that
smelly
smells-
sock. I know.
No, if that bitch was my friend, I'd be like,
You
hey,
bury this.
you
This clip does not come out. She'll be like, what the fuck?
Oh man. If that bitch was my friend, I'd be like, listen, honey, we gotta get you some socks.
Would you?
And I'd
No,
say,
you wouldn't
I'd
say
I have a
anything.
discount code for you. Shank. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, socks, baby.
Love them.
The discount code's actually Sara 10, not me trying to promote my discount code wrong.
And we love a discount code. So what is that discount code again, Sarah?
Sarah 10. She's a professional.
Your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you. I lightened it. I
Gorgeous.
identify as being a blonde now. Like, in my head, I'm a blonde.
I know what you mean. Like when you get more blonde in your hair and you're like, oh, I'm a blonde. That's funny. I don't know if I'd go for a blonde.
I know it's not really blonde, but I just think it's
but
funny
for you, it's beautiful.
In my head to be like, I'm a blonde.
I love it. Looks great. Did Mel do it?
Yeah, Mel did it.
Excellent job.
She did a good job. I've been
it looks healthy.
I've been fighting. She's been trimming it. I've been fighting the urge to put up some colors in it, though.
Oh, what colors?
I was thinking like some warm colors, like sunset colors.
But that's like going up against what you just did.
Yeah. I was thinking like maybe I want to be berry wine.
Ooh.
When I said that to Cassim, he's like, "Are you coming home with berry hair?"
That sounds nice. But that's more autumn.
Yeah, it's also just there's like, okay, do you feel
Happy?
truly happy with your hair?
Oh.
Does it always seem like it's like this thing that needs to be attended to for me? I'm like, okay, I got 3 weeks where it's good, and then the rest of the time I'm like, do I need a trim? Do I need a color? Are those my fucking grays coming in?
You do get your hair done a lot. How often do you get cuts?
Well, Mel's been trimming me every few weeks.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Well, she's been,
but do you need that with the texture of your hair?
I need it because with the texture of my hair and then with the bleach.
Oh yeah, okay. Because for me, like I go for at least 3 months without getting a haircut normally, and then I always have to look back at my last text with the person and be like, when's the last time I got a haircut? And like remember, but I don't really do. So I've dyed my hair for so long. Like I started dyeing it. The first time I dyed it was in 5th grade.
No.
In 5th grade, I dyed it with Manic Panic eggplant color, like eggplant red.
No.
For Halloween, and I swear to God, my costume was a vampire slut.
No, it was in 5th grade.
I think I for the first time it just came to me where that came from.
Where?
As I just said that. Because I think around that time I watched Bordello of Blood, the Crypt Keeper movie. Do you remember that?
I literally have no idea what you're talking about, but keep going.
I saw it in the theater with my dad, and I must have seen that, and that's why I wanted to be a vampire slut. This entire time, I was like, where did that come from? And then it just came into my head the second I said it.
Okay,
Crypt Keeper. Remember Crypt Keeper? That like scary Skeletor guy, and it was like a TV series.
No.
You don't Legends from the Crypt.
Okay, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Cassim?
Cassim?
Can we get a Crypt Keeper acknowledgement?
He might know it.
He totally knows it.
Cass! We'll see if he comes.
So, yeah, Crypt Keeper. And there was a movie called Bordello Blood, and it was like sexy vampires. So I guess I wanted to be a vampire slut. So I dyed it red. That was the first time. But blah, blah, blah. Since then, though, I started dyeing my hair because a guy, my first boyfriend, loved girls who looked like cartoon characters. And I have small, I have small possum features.
Yeah.
Like I have beady eyes and a small mouth, like and like a Jew nose. No. Like I don't look like a fucking cartoon character. Like he likes girls with big lips, big eyes. Like
okay.
Like that
like anime fantasy.
Like I don't look like whatever this is.
Okay.
But I did know that he liked girls with dark hair and bangs. So of course I did that to my hair. So I first got bangs and dyed my hair black when I was 18, living in Hawaii. And from 18 to, up until now, I've been, 34. I've been dyeing my hair, and like I've always had bangs pretty much the whole time ever since. And I don't know where I'm going with this because I noticed it coming out of my mouth, and I was like, this isn't interesting. I've been dyeing my hair for a long time.
Well, but I love that in 5th grade you were a vampire slut.
Yeah, I think that's the most interesting thing I said out of any of that.
When you left the house, were your parents like,
My mom dyed my hair for me. We went to Patricia Field.
What's Patricia Field?
Patricia Field is, to put it easy, was the costume designer or stylist on Sex and the City, not the new season. But
let it be known.
Yeah, but originally she had a store in New York, several stores. Now I think there's just one. At the time, I think there might have been like two. And she just has like the most incredible fun stuff. And it's like a very LGBTQ friendly store, but also just like a very, like a lot of like, at the time, like drag queens like went there and worked there.
Yeah.
And like, it was just like a very fun fucking place and had like really fun, wild stuff. So like, I got my 5th grade graduation outfit there.
What was your 5th grade graduation outfit?
It was the skirt I got was from they had very stylish, cool clothes. So it was like a knee length emerald green like silk skirt. It was just cool, like it was just cool. Yeah. And then a pink bebe top.
Oh, say no more.
So it was a pink top with an emerald green skirt. It was like a pink bebe like halter cross top.
Did it say bebe?
No, it was like a like from their nicer lines.
Do you remember the shirts that would say bebe?
Yeah, like, I wore it on the first day of 7th grade. A white one with black print. I can remember the first, like what I wore a lot in middle school.
Same, because you think it's everything.
It's a big deal.
It's everything. You're like, I'm expressing my creativity, and also I kind of want to be slutty.
Yeah,
that's how I felt. I mean, I remember going to the Betsy Johnson store.
Yes.
For like prom and stuff like that. And
you're so Betsy Johnson.
There's nothing that brings me more pure joy than Betsy Johnson. Even now, like sometimes I'll see like some purses and they'll be like in the shape of like a phone, and I'm like, yeah, this bitch still she gets me still.
Totally. I wore Betsy Johnson up until college still.
Yeah.
There was yeah.
And like the store was so cool, and the decor was so cool. It made you feel like you were really a part of something. Yeah,
I had like really cute duffel bags from them because I just love anything printed. So of course, like a cheetah print or like a lipstick print or something fun like that.
So, question.
Yeah.
How many baby clothes do you have as of now?
I have a lot. You know what I have?
What?
That you had sent me on Instagram that you liked? Remember the mini Ollie onesie with the music notes on it?
Probably. I see stuff.
You had sent it to me a long time ago, and someone gave it to me as a hand-me-down because they didn't like want it, but I don't like it. But I just thought it was funny because you liked it, so I'll hold on to it for you.
Hold on to it for me because I love looking at baby clothes.
It's so fun.
It feels like you're like shopping for a doll.
I can't wait. It's so fun. And yeah, I have a bunch of stuff because a friend of mine gave me a ton of shit that they like their baby didn't wear or grew out of. Like they got a ton of stuff for free. And another friend of mine everyone wants to give you shit because they like can't wear it again, you know?
Right, yeah.
When they grow out of it so fast. So part of me is like, I didn't pick this out. Like it's not as fun. But then the other part of me is like, there's so much shit to buy for these little kids. Like I'll just take what I can get because every 3 months they're going to grow out of it again.
That's fucking exhausting. So are you how's this part of your pregnancy going? Because you're in the last part.
Yeah, it's going well. So I'm going to be 33 weeks on Friday. My due date is April 1st. So I have less than 8 weeks left, and it's going well. Like it's pretty much going well. It's so funny because Sara was like asking me throughout if I had any cravings or anything, and now I have more of an answer. First of all, I never liked Diet Coke, but now I like Diet Coke.
Hell yeah, dude. I think your daughter's gonna grow up liking Diet Coke. That's how I think I got addicted.
Really?
Hell yeah. My mom, she pounds Diet Coke.
She does?
Now look at me. I'm drinking a Rain energy drink.
I've been wanting an ice cream sundae like really badly lately.
That sounds good, and I'm not pregnant.
I know, like hot with like hot foot. Like I'm like, oh, like certain things sound good. I've been eating the Genghis Cohen beef and broccoli. I probably had it 4 times in the past month.
Really?
Chicken sandwiches are things I never ate before pregnancy, but I'm like really into them. You know, like fried chicken sandwiches that have like the coleslaw and the jalapenos on it, and it's like spicy.
Okay, the best, and this is like a dirty guilty pleasure. Actually, I got this at the airport last time I got stuck. A Burger King chicken sandwich.
See, I can't bring myself to eat. How did you bring yourself to eat that?
Well,
was it hard or no?
Like, you have a 4-hour layover. I was like, looks like I'm gonna be eating a Burger King chicken sandwich.
5 minutes later, you're sitting there in a crown eating the sandwich. Do you know what I mean?
Crying.
Like cut to. Cut to you in the paper crown. Remember how fun that was to get growing
Yes,
up?
yes. I remember the first time I ever went to a rave, there was a guy that was dressed as the Burger King with like that face, and it was fucking scary as hell.
That sucks. What a loser.
Yeah. Who dresses as the Burger King? The mascot of Burger King? Yeah.
The Burger King chicken tenders were good. Remember they were peppery?
Yeah, Burger King has their own recipes.
But the McDonald's sweet and sour is the best. I grew up loving fast food. It's more like after I saw those documentaries, like I can't get the image of like that like pink soft serve shit, whatever that is like the filling for the McDonald's chicken nuggets. Have you seen that photo on the internet?
No. I don't do
You haven't seen that photo?
No. Well, I've seen some of the stuff they say.
Yeah.
Like it's different parts of different animals. Like,
yeah, that I
can't
get that out of my head.
Like,
I had McDonald's French fries during pregnancy for the first time in like 10 years. But also like part of this is like I had fast food all the time up until I got sober. And then like the day I had it when I was sober, I was like, this is disgusting. Like it will give me a headache, it will make me sick. So like,
yeah,
I don't know.
But the Burger King chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah, so how was it?
Incredible. Just like I remembered it. It's the one fast food thing I love. It has sesame seeds on the bun.
Mm-hmm.
There's mayo.
Okay.
I gotta be honest. The mayo with the crispy chicken combo with the shredded lettuce.
Yes.
It slaps.
Can we get a new one? New choice?
It's incredible.
It's yummy.
It's yummy.
I like In-N-Out. I don't consider In-N-Out fast food though. Do you?
No, In-N-Out is a staple.
Yeah.
In-N-Out.
I eat it like once a week.
You do?
Yeah.
What is it? So, what's been your favorite thing to eat while being pregnant?
I mean, like, hard to just say one thing really, but like now I'm getting ravenous. I think towards the end, sort of thing, because now like she's gaining more weight. Like I think she's almost 4 pounds.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? So I think she's like eating, like she's like, that's my lunch, and I'm like, fuck, why am I so hungry? Like I'm hungry like every 2 hours.
She's
suddenly
taking the food straight from you.
I know, and like I'm like, ugh, and I'm like getting nervous, like that I'm gonna look. There's, I'm thinking about like my body after now as it like heads towards the end.
I mean, don't think about that now.
I know, but there's this billboard of what's it called now? Los Angeles Apparel, the rebrand of American Apparel.
Yeah.
So there's a billboard right by my apartment that I see every day. And it's like a girl in a schoolgirl skirt with like a turtleneck tank top and like white sneakers, like the look that I used to love to wear.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I want to be that mom. I want to be like a hot mom in a schoolgirl skirt pushing the stroller and everyone thinks I'm the nanny. And it's like, no, sweetie, I'm the mom. And I bounce back so beautifully.
But doesn't everyone have that fantasy though?
Do they?
I have it.
You do?
I have the fantasy. First of all, let me tell you, the maternity photos you've been posting have been giving me life. I'm like,
thank you.
You look incredible.
Thank you.
And you're
nothing a little face up can't help.
Oh wow, you look amazing, and I'm just so excited to like meet the person you're making.
Yay. Gia.
What is she gonna be like?
Really cool, probably.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought your drink said with gummy bears. The flavor is white gummy bear.
Yeah.
That is so random.
No, it's
like not gummy bear, white gummy bear.
And let me tell you, it is exactly that.
And it slaps. I would take a sip, but I can't have it.
No, I don't think that.
If you read the back, it will tell you.
I think it would be bad for me as your friend to give you this while you're pregnant.
I didn't. So yeah, and they'll probably say it on because I drank a full Red Bull when I was pregnant, and I didn't know I wasn't allowed to have that.
Was she doing somersaults in there or what?
It was too early on. Like you don't feel the movements as much too early on because they're like so little. Mm-hmm. But now I just feel them all the time. Anyways, yeah, I'll tell you something else. So like everything's like gaining weight that I like every part of my being is gaining weight, Like I've probably gained almost like 40 pounds probably.
Okay.
I don't like always look at the number on the scale because I had like a past thing with eating disorders and I want to be like, like I'm pregnant. This is what happens. Like they'll let me know if there's an issue, but like just keep living your life.
Right. That's good. That's a healthy way to be.
And last night I was talking with Steven, my husband, and I'm like, and lately, like my laugh has been like so much more like deeper and heartier. And I'm like, my laugh gained weight. My fucking laugh is different now. As I've gained 40 pounds, my laugh got fatter.
No, that's so funny.
It is. And then I was talking about it with Steven because I did this laugh and it's more like
like a deeper, like,
yeah, it's like sometimes like it's not. So I was laughing about that with Steven. He's like, yeah, it's more jovial. And then I did a laugh again, but I tried to do like a higher pitch. He's like, no, that's not it. like you're faking your laugh. And then this thing happens where I'll laugh really hard when I'm pregnant, and then it would just end in like a cry. Like, have you ever had that?
No.
Because like the hormones.
No.
Yeah. Here's like another thing is like, you know, before I was pregnant, when I was much thinner, like when I would like shower, like honestly, like I kind of just washed like my pussy, my ass, and like my underarms.
Okay, that
and my hair, but like that's where I would wash,
right,
with like soap.
Right.
Like I was like, I don't need to wash my legs.
Yeah.
Like I'm hot,
like, it falls
you know. Like I didn't need to wash like my arms or my. I mean, I did sometimes, but
Right.
like rarely.
Right.
Like maybe like twice a week.
Okay.
Like I was like, the soap will trickle down and I'm all good.
Right. Yeah.
But when you're pregnant, you have to wash like everything. Because I have rolls on my back now. I'm sweating under my boobs. I'm sweating in between my thighs, and the bottom of my feet are like always sweating, which has never happened. So I'm like, I have to like soap up like my whole body now.
So you're getting lathered.
Yeah, like that's the difference now. Because it's like, oh, I have to wash my folds because I'm like, like everything's bigger on me.
Right, but it's crazy how
your look
body,
of fear,
no,
but then like wanting to like be like, no, support. You're like, oh, I'm sitting with someone who has to wash their folds now. You'll see.
No.
Have you ever washed a fold?
Yeah.
First of all, you've had a fold.
I've had folds.
Okay,
I
never
I'm
had
not
a fold.
Pregnant, and I've had folds. And there's.
Do you know what I mean?
There's literally sometimes when I look at my stomach and it's bloated, and I'm like, dude, I'm scared for being pregnant because when I'm bloated, sometimes it'll look like someone in the first trimester.
Mm-hmm. I look back on photos where I felt like, you know, you do when in that first trimester look like very bloated. And I remember looking back on those photos, and in that moment I felt so big, but compared to now, I'm like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, but also I think that like it's interesting because at the end of the day, you get to have this amazing baby.
I know.
Can't wait to meet her.
Yay.
I'm like, what kind of person is she gonna be?
I know.
That's so crazy to me. And it's also just crazy that because it doesn't, for me, it doesn't even check that that's a person in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that's how babies are born.
Yeah.
But like, until it physically happens to you, I feel like it just seems like, whoa.
Yeah, that's like kind of what I was going through with my husband, you know, because like I think unless it's going on inside your body and you're feeling all these changes and you're feeling the movements and like the kicks and the pulses and the aches and like the heartburn and all that stuff, like you can obviously just look at someone from the outside and be like, oh, they're pregnant, but like I don't think it really means anything until there's like an actual baby there otherwise. So I think that's like very normal because it's hard to like because you can't really connect to it from the outside.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're like I kind of have like a superpower in a way? Because like like there's something about it that feels like pretty cool.
Superpower. Expand on that, Sarah.
Like you are making a baby. That's fucking crazy. Like, do you feel? Is there like a sense of like awe in it happening, or are you just kind of like tired? At this point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think that in the beginning, like, yeah, I think like throughout the pregnancy, you have moments like that. I don't have that like every day, but like you obviously have those like gratitude moments, and like early on and stuff, you're like, whoa, like you just feel like a powerful woman sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, it's like I could do this and guys can't fucking do this. It's kind of like that part's cool.
More just like I'm really grateful that my body was able to create this, because I know that not everyone can, you know? So it makes you feel like
Lucky.
good and lucky, and that, yeah, lucky is a better word than good.
I feel good.
Well, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings who, you know, because when you hear about other women who are struggling with pregnancy, like it just makes you think like the body's an incredible thing.
Well, yeah, and then it's also just because you don't think of it like you spend so much time of your life trying not to get pregnant.
I know.
Like you spend literally all of your teenage life, and it seems like it's a lot of years.
And then when you're ready, you spend all of your time trying to get pregnant.
Right. And so it
Such a
seems like
funny
it's such a
premise.
weird, it's so weird
Yeah, it is.
to go from like being like, this is the one thing I can't, no matter what, just don't get pregnant. Just don't get pregnant. And then all of a sudden you wake up and you're like 34 and you're like, oh shit, I actually kind of need to do it if I'm going to do it.
Yeah, for me, like, I think it took a little more effort to get pregnant, you know, in the way that, like, a lot of people I know, they can just, like, get cummed in and then they're pregnant on the first time. Fucking, it's like, shut up,
you
fucking
fertile
bitch.
whore.
Yeah, so fertile. But, like, I think that is not, I think that's more, I don't want to say abnormal, but, like, I think it's more common for it to take, you know, a couple months or something.
Totally.
Which it did for me. So, like, I was actually thinking about it, like, you know, obviously we want to have another kid. I would ideally like to wait like a year, but I hear that your body's like really fertile after you have a baby in that first year. But then I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna have that thing, because, like, first of all, like, who are these people who are just constantly getting cummed in by mistake?
Well, fucking people who do hook up with Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon has got like 8 children
Really?
now. Yeah.
But, like, I would imagine, like, we would just be like pulling out, you know what I mean?
I can't imagine. I don't know what's gonna be happening with you and Steven. I don't know if he's gonna be coming in you outside.
Yeah, but I still imagine it will be like like, it took us like at least 5 months.
I mean, the thought of being pregnant with like less than a year old,
yeah,
is gnarly.
I know, and like it does. Yeah, it's like, ugh.
Society also, I feel like
I'm not Irish.
We don't get enough fucking credit for the shit that happens.
Yeah.
Like could society be better at supporting women who are pregnant?
Duh.
Because it feels.
But you know what I do? I love playing it up. So, like, when we go to like so we went to eat the other day at like a restaurant, and they didn't have any tables inside. It was really, really busy, even though I saw tables. You know, like, when I see a table and they tell me that they're spoken for, I'm like, we'll see, honey. You know, like, I don't, like, no, that doesn't mean shit to me. Like, I'm getting that fucking table and I get it in my head. So then they seat us outside, and which I was immediately unhappy with. Just, it's not as cool inside. I like the decor inside. I wanted to be in there.
Okay.
And there was like another like table who I just was like, I don't want to look at these people.
Okay.
You know, I want to be inside.
Okay.
And,
warm inside.
Yeah, and like like if you have to, if you're sitting outside and they have to put a heater on, like, I don't want to be there. You know, like, I want to be inside.
I understand.
Like, don't make an adjustment for my comfort. Let me already be comfortable in the place I came here to be in.
Yeah, let me be up in this scene.
So I'm sitting outside and I'm having a tough time. The chairs are not comfortable.
No.
Here's another thing. The more pregnant you get, you really need good back support. So, like, you can't be like sitting in like these fucking like metal outdoor chairs.
And how's the chair you're sitting in it?
It's excellent.
Okay, great.
Excellent.
Great.
It's perfect.
Great.
And great support.
Great.
So, like, the chairs weren't comfortable. They weren't supported. They weren't cushioned. Like, it just sucked. So I go, I'm going to go inside and go to the bathroom. And Steven's like, you're going to ask them if we can move inside. Because the hostess already was clear and told us not to, but I felt like she was a bitch. And I was like, I'm going to talk to someone else. So I walk in, and I walk in, and what I do is I hold my stomach.
Which is something that I can't wait to do.
So this is like, yeah.
It's
so
like signature pregnant hold.
I'm doing this all the time to like let people know things. If there's a long bathroom line, I just start petting my stomach. If there's a long line at a restaurant, I'm petting my stomach. I'm finding opportunities to let people know that I'm pregnant and to see what they can do for me.
And as you should be.
Yeah.
If not now, then fucking when?
This is the time.
And capitalize.
And it's fun. And you get treated differently too. If you're lucky.
Are people kinder? Did you get a different seat?
Oh yeah, Sarah.
What did you
say?
So
I go in, and then the way I frame it is, hey, so I went to someone else.
Completely different voice,
Different
by the
tone
way.
of voice. Different tone of voice.
Like, who's this bitch?
I'm holding my stomach and I'm petting it as if like I could be in labor any minute. And I was like, hey, I'm 8 months pregnant. I was 7. I was like, hey, I'm 8 months pregnant and we're sitting outside and it's just a little uncomfortable. And I'm just curious, how long do you think the wait would be for these tables inside? So I like kind of put
the acting, by the way. I want to give you a table. I'm doing what I can to give you a table.
So the way that I framed it was like, I'm willing to wait. Just how long is the wait? But also, no, I'm really uncomfortable and I really want to be here, though. You know?
Yeah.
So then he goes, oh my God. And then he goes to the screen and I watch him delete a reservation.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then he goes, come inside right away. I go, thank you. Let me just grab my husband. And then I just go outside. I pick up the menus off our table and I go, come on.
Wait, you know what's so great?
I was so proud of myself.
Because you have a tendency to like ask for things and then get it. When we went to
Yes.
Joe's Pizza, you're like, and you'll be giving me a slice, and the guy just gives you a slice of pizza, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, you really know how to charm and play it up for free shit. I feel a little like less confident.
I've been doing this my whole life. I love it. It's fun. I get off on it.
I know you do.
I stopped doing it a little bit though. I stopped doing it from the like I backed down 85%. There's still 15% of me who wants to get away with stuff with the right company. But I can't really do it that much in front of Steven because he hates it.
Because he doesn't want to get beat up.
He feels like it's like manipulative stripper behavior, which I think like in part it is. And I think that's where I honed my skill set when I was a stripper for 3 years. And you just kind of learn to manipulate.
You're like, I really could use a new table.
You're not trying to fuck anyone though. Like it depends on like the vibe, but it's just like, how long would it be for that wait? You know?
Let's talk about
because a lot of people don't like to be manipulated. So you have to do it like secretly.
You have to do it in a charming, subtle way.
Yeah.
Like
where they don't even know what the hell is hitting them. I could have had a prosthetic stomach for it.
That would be crazy.
I'm sure. And then I was like, I wonder if like people put on prosthetic like pregnant stomachs and walk around like trying to get free shit. Oh, I've also gotten to use bathrooms in places that don't allow public restrooms.
Okay. Now that's something I could
So that's a big thing. When you're pregnant, you get to use every bathroom.
Have you ever been denied a restroom?
I was, and then when they weren't looking, I just used it anyways.
What?
Because I was like, fuck off, bitch.
Oh, wait. Okay, so if there's a place and they have a bathroom and it says employees only.
I'm like, hey, can I use the bathroom? I'm pregnant. They're like, yeah. They just let you. It's kind of like a known thing.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Did you say, let's talk about...
I want to talk about your birthing playlist. Because we've been texting about this back and forth. And we got to know, what is Gia going to be born to? Do you know?
So, like, Sarah's the one who introduced me to the birthing playlist thing. And it's so funny how many times she's brought it up. Because it's, like, clearly so... It's obviously something that you want to do for yourself. Right?
Yeah, I definitely want to have a birthing playlist. Because it's, like, one thing that you can control in something that you feel like you don't have control in.
So I'm one of those people who gets like, not like, I don't know if it's like embarrassed, but like, you know how like song choices are personal?
Yeah.
So like maybe if it's a Pandora playlist, it's not quite it's not all on me. Instead of a personalized playlist where it's like, oh, she put that on.
She imagined pushing to this song.
Yeah. So like, I also like just the compilations on Pandora. They're just easier. So like, for example, like 9 Inch Nails or like Alice in Chains.
Nails Pandora is so funny to be giving birth to that.
Well, I thought there's like different levels. So like when I first arrive, like what I want to do is I really want to like set the scene. So I want the lights to be low. I want to have I want to have the candles that you can't bring real candles. You have to bring like the battery candles,
Okay.
or what would you call them?
Those, yeah, battery operated candles.
Yeah, like the big votive ones. So I
Yeah.
want to put those like around, and I want it to be like go to YouTube and like look up like 6 hour spa song. You know what I mean? Like that like spa relaxing music.
Okay. So we're starting with
So
the
we're starting
relaxing vibe.
relaxing. And that's because in that period in the beginning, you're like, there's like 3 different phases of giving birth. So like the first one is like the contractions.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so that's why like, you're going to be like laying there and like feeling a lot of discomfort. And that one I think is going to be like a longer period of time. And then there's like the pushing phase, which is like the more like hardcore phase.
Okay, right.
And then I think the third phase is just the birth itself, which probably doesn't need its own phase, but I think this is what has been described to me. So for the pushing phase, I want to get it a little more active. And that's where the Nine Inch Nails, the Alice in Chains, any like 90s alternative rock comes in. Because, and I was thinking about it, and it's like, when you work out,
Yeah.
like I would like to work out to that kind of music.
Yeah, like I'm like, am I gonna be giving birth to Kanye?
But then it's like, yeah, I don't know. So
That would be nuts.
yeah, that's like, I'd be bummed if like a song came on that I didn't like, and I'd be like, turn the song. Like, am I gonna have the energy to be like, turn the song? Like, am I DJing while I'm giving birth?
Like it's distracting.
Yeah, or like I don't want that. And then when the baby comes out, like they're coming out to like, you get me closer to God.
I want to fuck you
You
like
like
an
it?
animal. And the people
Yeah.
in the hospital are like, what's going on in Mrs. Randolph's room?
Yeah, but I also think like everyone has their own thing and their own vibe, but what they want to do. So like I have to let go of other people's perceptions.
Yeah,
And,
that's
like,
what I think too. I think just fucking lean in, double down, honey.
Yeah.
If you want to give birth to Closer by 9 Inch Nails, then hell yeah. It's
Yeah.
whatever feels right in the moment.
Yeah, but I also don't know like what I'm gonna want. Cause like sometimes I'll be like, turn that shit off. Like I just want silence. So I'll have to see. But that sounds like a good plan. Or also, besides the spa music in the beginning, like a bossa nova might be nice.
You love bossa nova.
I do. It's so relaxing.
Do you think Jagger, your dog, knows you're pregnant?
Yes, 100%.
Has he changed in the way that he interacts?
Yeah. So like the other day, so you like have to wash all the baby clothes ahead of time. And I'm in that damn nesting phase. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm washing all the clothes and I'm putting them away and he's watching me. Like, what the fuck is she doing? Then he walks into the bedroom and peed on our bed
No.
as I was doing all this stuff.
No.
And he was sending a message. It was like the horse's head in The Godfather.
No. No.
In the bed. Yeah.
That's nuts.
I know, a little
But,
asshole.
like,
And then like, yeah, he was staring us down when we were building the stroller. I mean, he knows stuff is going on in that room. Because every so often we like start to do more and more stuff in this other room, and he's probably like, what is all this shit,
But does he like cuddle with your belly?
Yeah, he does. He cuddles. He's always been so very cuddly, but he cuddles with my belly, and now he knows that he can't lay on it anymore, so he doesn't even try to, and he just shifts around it, which is new.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
It's cute. Do we talk about the metaverse?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the metaverse. What should we say? What do you want to know?
I'll tell
What do
you.
want to talk about?
So
I'll tell you. Okay.
So I know that you had the joke about, well, tell me about your experience with your guy in the metaverse, and then I'll tell you about mine.
Oh God. Okay. So Cassim comes home from work and he's like, "We got invited to a party in the metaverse, babe." And I was like,
What does that mean?
So we went to a metaverse party.
You went?
Yeah.
So you have to wear goggles to go?
We actually didn't wear goggles for this, but you can.
So how did you attend?
There was just a link that you could go to, and you could like see. I really don't understand how it works.
I don't understand it. So is it like a Zoom link?
It was like a link to a party that was in.
Was
the
it a
metaverse.
website?
Yes.
What, like a .com? No. Was it like a tour? You needed a tour? Was it like dark web? Like
you needed to be invited in, and then you could go.
And it was like a random ass link.
It was a random ass link, and it was like this band. It's like.
Was there a
doing
camera on
DJ
you?
Set.
Was there a camera on you?
No, but there
So,
was.
Were they avatars?
Yeah, there was avatars. It was
Okay.
it was crazy, but I think in VR it would be a more
immersive experience.
Yeah, more immersive.
So you're watching like
you're watching like
cartoon characters at a party.
Yeah, but they're like musicians. So it would be like
So it's like a live concert.
Yeah. But without the fun. No. Yeah.
How long did you stay?
About 20 minutes. We had it on while we ate dinner. I was like, this is very 2022. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But no, he's got the VR headset. He's involved.
Yeah. So there's like all this shit obviously going on with it. And my husband and his brother are like very into it.
Okay.
And like learning about it. As far as I know, Steven hasn't been, but he's been talking about it. And his friend right now is buying and selling real estate. And
in the metaverse.
Yeah, his friend is making $80,000 a week selling real estate in the metaverse. As far as I know, he doesn't even have a license. And then Steven goes, "Oh, metaverse strip clubs. I want to get a metaverse strip club and own one." And I was just like, huh. I don't know how I feel about that. And then I'm like, I'm like, "Babe, where are you?" And he's just like hanging with his strippers, like
in the metaverse.
Like in the metaverse, like he
in
like
the
that's
living room?
sleazy, you know?
Yeah, no.
Like that's like a whole other life. That's a whole other life.
We can't be having that.
I'm gonna set a boundary.
Unless inside the strip,
I'm gonna set a meta boundary.
Yeah, inside the strip club, there's got to be posters directing to your podcast or something, if that's what he's gonna do.
Well, it's like how much time do you have to spend there if you're an owner of a strip club? Do you have to like be there for the carpenter? Do you have to like what kind of questions do you have to like hire everyone? Do you have to interview the girls? Like how does he oversee it? I don't like it. And it was so sleazy of him to suggest that. And I was like, I didn't even know that he was like this.
He's a metaverse pimp.
So like out of character that I haven't even like gotten to talk to him about it.
Honey, we need to talk. Well, it's also so silly.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
also so hard.
But I started getting jealous of these avatars because I'm like, how hot are they going to be? And is he going to be like hanging, like I have a new baby and like we have a new baby and like I'll be with the baby and I'll be like, where are you? And he'll just be like with the strippers in the metaverse.
No,
like,
no.
Is he acting out?
He's definitely acting out. He's acting out.
Yeah.
I think this is common. I think guys be acting out. Mm-hmm. Especially but he's like, I'm just gonna tell her.
I've heard there's like gonna be metaverse, or probably already are metaverse, like raves and stuff that kids are gonna start going to in their bedrooms, and they're not going to be going out anymore.
Yeah, like we were dancing with a fairy at the party we went.
Oh, they're gonna say a ferret.
Yeah, but also like, okay, I fed the ducks.
So were you dancing, or was like your avatar dancing?
The avatar was dancing, but if you had a VR headset and you actually could dance, it would be like you're dancing with someone. And I fed the ducks in VR with Red Band.
Oh, you told me that.
And there was a guy, because like Red Band does this thing where everyone meets up and hangs out in VR, and I low-key was like attracted to this guy because he was helping me feed ducks, and he had the avatar of Conan O'Brien, and he was Australian, and I was like, Australian Conan, help me feed the ducks, and he was like handing me bread in VR, and I was like, do I have a crush on like this man who I don't know, whose literally avatar is Conan and he's Australian, like, and then I was like, this is weird. Because you could form relationships with people and meet up with them, and that seems like cheating.
Yeah, it does.
If you're like in VR hanging out with someone.
Yeah, we got to put a stop to this. I'm nervous.
What happens in the metaverse does not stay in the metaverse.
I know, but it's also like we'll never know what exists. It's so expansive. We don't know what the fuck they're going to be up to, these guys. We thought sex dolls was a problem. We all laughed at sex dolls. Honey, there's fucking metaverse dolls.
There's a whole universe.
Yeah, it's a parallel universe.
I don't like it.
Is it cheating?
Yeah, that's cheating.
It's cheating.
Especially, I think if you form an emotional connection with somebody in the metaverse, I think that could be possible.
That's emotional cheating.
That's emotional cheating. I don't need you.
I'm going to go home and I'm going to tell him I don't want you starting a metaverse strip club. And that's that. I told him, we were trying to think of names. I told him meta girls. That's
so funny. Like, what is he gonna? Yeah, he's like gonna interview DJs for the strip club.
Well, I'm like, what does your role look like? You know? Yeah, are you
I'm gonna need you to set up this stroller, honey. We don't have time for you to be doing metaverse stuff.
No. I mean, like, it's like, why do you have to go into like the high risk world? Like, can't you just open up a French cafe? Like, why does it have to be seedy? You know?
Yeah, why do you have to be so slutty about what you're opening?
Yeah,
in the
can't you
metaverse,
just
Steven?
open like a little boutique or something and like sell hats and sunglasses?
Yeah,
Like,
or like a bowling alley.
do we have to sell pussy in the metaverse? Yeah, can't you bowling alley? You're a fucking dad now. Act like it.
Yeah, clean up your act, Steven.
Yeah. They should have a metaverse nursery.
Hell yeah.
Childcare. Now I'm the mom. I'm like, what about our children in the metaverse?
Well, like I was thinking it would be interesting for kids to be able to like go on field trips and stuff in VR.
How lazy are those parents though? The ones who are like, I'm going to put the goggles on them and like do my thing and I'll set up a field trip for them.
Some days you're just probably like, fuck it, dude. Some days
it's like the new screen that you're handing them. Instead of like, like there's a whole thing about handing your kids screens, screen time, letting them watch movies when they should be outside climbing a tree. We are getting so far away from climbing trees at this point. they're going to just say you can climb a fucking metaverse tree because then you won't break your ankle,
But you could because you're like in the living room and you're like moving around doing things.
Oh, so it's like Wii.
Yeah,
like Wii tennis.
Yes, I was doing like this puzzle.
In the metaverse?
It was in VR, but it like the same type of thing. And I was sitting on the couch with the goggles on, moving my hands around, and it looked fucking crazy.
Yeah. What do you think about NFT?
NFTs?
I'll try it. Yeah, what do you think about that? That to me is dumb. Sorry.
Is Steven trying to like launch?
They're all talking about it.
Some NFT.
They were buying .io websites last night.
I don't even know what that means.
I know. Enough is enough. It's like, okay, Steve, like, I'm here on Earth. So, do you want to talk about what we're having for dinner tonight? Because I don't care about you buying standupcomedy.io for $50. I didn't approve of that purchase. He's complaining about us ordering Postmates. He's buying fucking hyperlinks.
You're crushing today. She comes on the pod. She's crushing. Straight crushing. Chelsea, where can people find you?
You know what? They can find me on Insta at Chelsea Skidmore. Got a couple nude maternity photos for you guys to look at and like.
And they're beautiful. I've liked all of them.
Thank you. One of them, I just want to say, was in a field.
Yeah.
So we were in San Luis Obispo. There's a
Right.
lot of fields. And we are like, let's pull over. I'm going to get fully naked and do a photo shoot. And I've never felt more free. You can also listen to my podcast.
What's your podcast?
The Chelsea Skidmore Show.
Okay, we'll link to that in the description
find
of this
it
episode.
everywhere.
Everywhere. iTunes, YouTube. Are you doing YouTube?
Yep. Not as often. I'm more of an audio girl.
All right. Well, it's
But
a
you'll
great
find it.
pod. You have great guests. You've had so many fun guests.
Sarah's been a multi-time guester.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
I've been on it multiple times, and it's always fun. And you had a mortician on. That was
yes,
like,
that was very fun.
And you're the best, and you're one of my best friends, and I'm so glad that you were able to come on the pod before you have Gia.
Thank you. Love you.
I love you, and guys, make sure to subscribe, follow Chelsea. She's amazing, and we'll see you next week.